Right. I haven't drawn out on today. Just wetting in my paper. In fact, you know what? I think I'm going to wetten all my paper from top to bottom today. Wet the whole lot. That'll do. Plenty of water, especially in that area there. Get some stuff in there. In fact, I'll just come all the way across with it. So that's like a bluey grey. I've got some blue and some Payne's grey mixed. Just going into there with that. In fact, a bit more in there. I think like that, a bit darker. That's it. And then, right, I think as I come over here, let's test that. Yeah, should be okay. As I come down here, I think I'm going to have it darker still. Yeah, right down here is pretty dark. Right over here, pretty dark to about there. And it starts getting a little bit lighter. There we are, something like that. That's that side. This side's about the same. We dip my brush. In fact, this side maybe is even a bit darker, perhaps. Into there. That's it. As it comes down here, looks like it goes more into a Bontumber colour. So if I can gradually change that to Bontumber, then that should work nice. More into a Bontumber colour as it comes down here. That's it. Oh, lovely jubbly. Yeah. And then wash that brush off completely. I'll tell you what, as it comes out across here, it goes into a greeny colour. So as it comes across here, comes out and gets a bit more into a sort of greeny type colour across there like that. That's it. Something like that. And then there's even some where the sun's coming in and hitting. There's some greeny, nice shiny greeny bits there. That looks really shiny now. Something like that. That's it. Yeah. I think I'm done now. Dip my brush and just soften this in now into here, this bit. I think I'll just keep that wet for a bit. I'm sticking some stuff in that in a bit, but I'll keep it wet on wet. Right, back in here. Yeah, there's this sort of, there is sort of a bush thing here, and like I say, there's some really bright greens in there, and there's some darker greens in here, and then there's this blue Payne's grey again. So I've just added in to all that, thickened all that area back up, and as it comes down here again, back into a burnt umber. Nice Bontumber as it comes down there. That'll do. Right. I need to start thinking now. I want a bluey grey colour. Try and walk fast, because if this dries, I'll be in trouble now. Hopefully it's still wet. I don't know if it is still wet. It might have gone too dry now. Let's have a little go. So let me get my rigger brush first. Try with rigger brush. I think it's slightly too dry, so I'm going to try my best to just come in and wet a bit. Oh, that's worked out. That's sound, that is. So that's wet that, re-wetted it. And then there's just some little trees and stuff in here. There we are. Something like that. Refill that one in. There's some bits and bobs in there. That's it. It looks like there's a little, quite a fat tree coming through about there, perhaps. That's it. There's some. Maybe there's some leaves on this fat one. Something like that. something like that, and then come back in with some greens and stuff into them yellows there. Probably want that bit more bluish colour, to be fair. Take that more bluey. There we are. That's nice. I think just to warm it up a bit now, right in this back bit, I'll stick a bit more Burnt Umber just to warm some of this bit up. Yeah. Green. Burnt Umber, green, yellow. Building all this area up, and then into the quite bright yellow, into here where there's bits of stuff. There we are, back into that, back into Burnt Umber, back into black, back into blue. Now just building up and building up. Down here, more blue. More black. Loads of Burnt Umber. I'm still slightly wet down here. Loads of Burnt Umber. Could even whack some yellow into that and send some bits creamy colour. That's it. Smashing it all around like that, and then I'm thinking Burnt Umber, Payne's Grey, really dark colour, and just whack in some rocks and stuff into there, something like that. Just lift this up a little minute. There's some big rocks and things in here. There we are. There's even some tree roots and stuff in here. Tree roots like that coming off some of these trees in there like that. That's it. There, looks nice. Right. Now then, I think dab this brush. I think what I'm going to do now is get this path in. Now this path's about the same. It's got to comes across here like this, right up and into there, about there like that, and then I think these bits at the sides I'm softening. Hopefully that'll work. And just by softening them in like that. There we are, and then up here soften it even a bit more. Boom, 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 boom. Well, that can be me. Don't need to worry too much about up there in a minute. Right, so that's that. Let's get some yellow in. So I'll bring some yellow in across there like that, just to bring a bit in. Payne's Grey, Burnt Umber. Few streaks of that in. So it's getting lighter as it goes up there. Let's blend some more in down here. Some more bits coming in down here. That's it. Lovely jubbly. Into the air a bit more across there. A couple more bits of this blue in, I think. Something like that. It's quite green back here. That blue into some green. There we are. There we are. I'll soften all that in and all. That's it. Now, on here, it's about the same. There's a lot of rocks and things in the actual path itself. There's a lot of rocks and stuff. So, belt a few on them in there like that. I don't have to go too whittling, just stick them in like that. And then there's still, even down here, there's some roots and stuff from the trees coming through, actually into this path. The roots off them trees there, coming down. nice. Now, I suppose what I could do, some of the edges of these trees are showing through here, so I think what I might do is back here. I think I'm going to do it. Just get the edges of some of these trees in, just so you can just see them. That's the edges, and then maybe another one about there, just so we can just see them. I can pull bottom further, can't I? Get a bit more. That's it. Cool thing about it is that you get that thick paint on the edge, so it looks like the edge bit of a tree. It's pretty nice, doesn't it? Wash that brush, soften it back in a bit, I think. Slide. Oh, bop, 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 bop. There we are. I don't think it's quite scraped enough, so I'm going to get right down here and put a little highlight on it with this. Got to be careful because I'm nearly at the point where I'm damaging my paper now. So that's a bit of an highlight down there. And then I think there's a few darker ones in there again. So I'll whack up loads of paint. Plenty of thick paint on the brush. I've just gone burnt umber and Payne's grey. These are a bit further back, but there's a few of these in there. That's it. Some of this stuff done that, obviously, or I mean, that's just sticking some of them things in the background there. That's it. That looks nice. I might even glaze a bit more yellow over that. I'm going to glaze a bit more, not glaze, but pop a bit more dark outside of these light ones here. Just down one side, look. Just so we can see what they are. That's it. I think that'll do. It looks like a couple of light trees, I think, hopefully. Yeah. And then if I take some shadows off them all, that'll probably help as well. Yeah. Shadows in there. There'd be loads of shadows in there, wouldn't there? So if I just whack a load of shadows through, pop them all through like that. So you get some roots and stuff coming off. There, that's that for now. Probably build some of that up even a bit more. Right, now then, over to this other side now. Any coffee left? Ooh, a little sip. Poor old doofus yesterday. I think I mentioned it on yesterday's video. He's tell you what I might do, just so I get a soft effect on this. I might just try to just dampen in some of that again. There we are, just to get a soft edge. Yeah, doofus, he's I think I said in yesterday's video, he's he were ironing, right? So while he's ironing, doofus decides, hang on a minute, this iron looks very similar to a surfboard. So doofus being doofus, what does he do? Climbs up on it, starts pretending it actually is a surfboard. Oh dear. It's fell off. So he's thought, oh no, not another accident, because he has had quite a lot of accidents just lately. So he's been, oh no, not another accident. He thought, oh, best phone for an ambulance. He's suspecting he's broke his arm, you see. So he's phoned up for an ambulance. But he's put the iron up to his face, forgetting that it's an iron, not foam. So he's put the iron right up to his face. Burnt all his face. But he's also burnt his fingers on it as well, trying to dial the number. He's gone to dial the number in, burnt all his fingers on the iron as well. So yeah, he's got a burnt face, burnt fingers. When he finally got to hospital, they said he's broke his arm. He's had a few other accidents as well recently, so if you think your life's a little bit crap, just think about doofus, because this is really, really bad. Although he does bring a lot of it on himself through sheer stupidity. There we are. Look at that, that's looking cool. Just mixing a lot of different colours in there. Tell you what, let's get some of that Payne's grey in and all. There. Oh no. Let me get this softening brush. Just soften some of these bits in here. I'll leave some and soften some. Could even, say a cut, I think I will, just come in from this side and just pop in a few little bits of rocks and stuff coming down from there like that. Well, not many, just a few little bits like that. It's that. Right. Now what this needs now is some big, thick, chunky cheese. Trees. I'll tell you, I think I might do my big ones up front first while I've got plenty of paint on my brush. Then as my paint gets thinner, do the more backer ones. Yeah, that's not bad. Then as my paint's naturally got thinner, I can tuck back, you see. Some more back. That's pretty good, doesn't it? I think what I'm going to do, get my Rigar brush, put my details in. There's a lot of little twigs and things coming out up here. So, something like that. There's not much light getting in here. I might, should I? No. I was going to put the odd highlight. Shall I put the odd highlight in? But I'm not going to. It is really dark in here. So that's just trees, twigs and stuff in there. I think let's get me twiggy brush and don't say me with all twigs and stuff. Pop them all in like that. Oh, loads of twigs and things in that side. Now this side I actually could have the odd highlight in, but I'll not bother. Just keep it simple as it is. There we are, some twigs and stuff in there. Some bits down bottom there. There we are. That's better. Oh, the screen's nearly gone off on my photo. Well, right, so let me just think now. I think now what I need, a dry. That'll do. I did need it pretty dry. Right, so dry now. See how much lighter they've faded now it's dried. I might have to make them, some of these front ones a bit darker. Right, let's crack on. So, my first job, what I think I'm going to do, squeeze that brush out, wash it. I think my first job, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some yellow, lovely bright yellow. And I'm going to come back in over some of this stuff, glaze it over like that. Look. There we are. All lovely jubbly like that. And then probably add some darks in as well and just glaze it back down so it's nice and dark down in this bit here. And then just get a softening brush and just soften up the edges of that actually. Oops. Just soften them edges a bit and soften these bits down here as well. That's it. I think that this works pretty good. So a bit more yellows up there. There we are. Oh, a bit more softening. There, that'll do me. So I'm happy at that. Now some of these dark colours again. What I think I'm going to do now, down these sides, some of these closer ones, just going to pop in some low lines. That's it. And this one here as well, a little bit, maybe this one, and that'll do, I think. Yeah, let's squeeze that brush out, wash it, jobby it, and then just soften it down one side again. Soften these in, look. Just down this side where it's getting a bit softer, look. See what I mean? It's going right up through there, you see. There. It's nice, isn't it? And then some of these bits. I'm going to pop some colours back in over all that, I think. Right, so now I've got this same colour on here, just a watered down version of it. I'm going to just come across here at an angle like, it looks like them ones are at an angle, so I'll do the same. And then don't forget to curl these round. They curl up, back up again like that, look. And come round there, back up that side, because you're following the flow of your path. That path don't go straight across, it goes down, up. Okie dokie. Right, so there's loads of these things coming out front back of here as well. Loads of these shadows here. Coming over there like that. And it just shows the flow of the path for a start, so it gives you a good, it's a good little thing to help you paint, to help you put the thing across. See, some of them further back ones are going to be fainter just because they're further back. Some bits down there, something like that. You ain't got to whittle too much because they're all over the place, these things. You can easily just do it like that. But they're all the shadows. It's all over the place. There we are. You can see the lights coming in across there at that angle, coming down a bit because they're coming down a bit. Right, so that's that. I think let's whack some more. I'm thinking a bit more colours in here, a bit more stuff in here just for some. Looks like there's a few bits of leaves and things on there. Same in here, a few bit more things in, and then in here. I'll go greener because I'll stick some of this blue in. Take it a bit greener in there, and then loads of this Bont Umber. Payne's grey. I haven't washed my brush for any of this. I've just sort of gone for it. There we are. Some bits of grasses and stuff in there. I think that looks okay. Wash my brush out. Get a quick rinse. Maybe soften it a bit on the edges, or does it even need that? What? I don't think it does. I think that looks alright as it is, you know. So, sit back and have a let's get it quick dry, even though I've about done. paper's cockled up a lot. That's what you get when you use cartridge paper. But if you pop that in a frame, or popped it under some books for a few days, and then by the time you got it in a frame with something holding it straight, it'd be sound. Sounds a band. Right, get a signature on it, job's a good one. So that's just like a really, you're that thick in the trees, there's the light in the background there where the trees thin out, but in here it's just dark because you've got trees overhanging all the top here, trees coming over the top of it, so it's just odd bits of light getting through, not much, and it's just getting all this stippled shadows. I'd say it's not that stronger daylight, that's why it's sort of looking quite darkish. Maybe it's evening time or something like that. Sometimes you go, I actually did want this painting dark like this, but sometimes you might start off with a bright one, what you didn't want like this, and it still ends up dark like this, but it might look dead effective. You could start off in a watercolour with a sunny day and end up with a snow scene. If you do, just have it as a snow scene, it doesn't matter. By a day, a Bertie day. Right, suppose I'll go and see how Doofus is going on, my stepbrother. Hopefully he's alright. He's been having a very rough time. See you on the beach. In it.